Ten.
Stand by to take studio.
7, 6.
Stand by camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello, welcome to another packed episode of MCTV. I'm Tim Evans.
And I'm Tony Nault. Today we'll take a look at the MCHS option courses, including an inside look at Mrs. Appel's fashions class and a creative dabble in Mrs. Archopo's Art 30 lesson. But first, our top story.
Knowing how to work with hammer and nails is pretty common knowledge, but in Mr. Wisniewski's class, they go beyond that and learn some advanced skills to make gorgeous projects. I, along with cameraman Amy Long, went to go see how the skills students are learning are valuable not just in the classroom, but in real life as well. The construction sector in our province is booming, despite a lagging economy. At Moreville Community High School, teacher Ben Wisniewski is helping prepare the next generation of tradesmen.
Well, I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I like to build things, and I love problem solving. When students come in and they're working on a project, I love to solve those problems and work with them and get the project finished.
Students learn various skills that could prove useful in the future by assembling projects using various tools throughout the shop.
How to use machines and how to weld, putting stuff together, building.
If I'm like working on a house, it makes me better, and so I know what I'm doing.
Shop class gives students a rewarding experience that doesn't involve writing essays.
Because I like building things with my hands and knowing that I can create things just by putting stuff together.
Just to get your project done so you can bring it home and then you have something to show for all your work.
It's hands-on work. You get to do a lot of cool projects.
In grade 9, students learn the steps to create beautiful works of art that can be used in everyday life.
A lot of different things going on, different types of projects. In grade 9, I introduced them to woods and welding, a couple projects in woods and one welding. When they come into grade 10, they can choose whichever area they want, and there's a whole variety of different projects they can work on.
The class is more than just hammers and nails.
You guys spend time with your friends if they're in your class.
You learn how to work with other people better and how to use different tools and stuff, which can be pretty useful.
Useful not just in class, as Craig Sagan explains.
Well, I think carpentry will help you a lot in your life because you'll need to use it in the future. If you break something, you always want to know how to use a saw or something. It's good life lessons.
As with any work site, safety is of paramount concern.
Safety is the most important thing here. More important than your grades, more important than anything, because I want my students to leave here with all their appendages that they came in with, right? And we do a lot of tests, we do a lot of demonstrations on safety, a zero tolerance on bad behavior, and so we got strict rules like that, but at the same time students come here and they can talk to each other and they can have a good time, but it's controlled.
There are many safety precautions in place to keep students safe.
We always wear safety glasses like I'm wearing right now, and the welders have masks and gloves, and we always watch our surroundings that we don't step on anything that would hurt us.
Overall, teacher Ben Wisniewski has a high rating of his class, for good reason.
Because it's the coolest place in the school. It's the most fun place in the school. I love to build.
For MCTV News, I'm Tim Evans.
Art is often looked upon as a casual hobby, easily produced or a stroll in the park. However, as reporter Rob McIntyre and Genevieve Ranson-Ratouche explain, it is a much more complicated task than putting a brush to a piece of paper. We followed our reporters as they made their way into the creative mess, which is Mrs. Archopo's Art 30 classroom.
Moreville Community High School's art class is not only for the talented, but also for people who want to express themselves creatively. We asked teacher Tara Archopo and some of her students why they believe students should take a crack at the art course.
I do think they should take at least one of the fine arts. They should try, whether music, drama, or art. They allow you to express your person, yourself, in a different medium than an academic class will allow for. So definitely to try the world of fine arts is a good thing.
It's always a challenge, to draw something new and better and to see how much better you're going to become. like always pushing yourself and looking at your picture, critiquing it, and then drawing again, getting better and better, and like just, doing awesome.
It really helps to find what you're interested in and what you would prefer doing, what you think is cool and what you don't like.
Art isn't only about having the best drawing. We asked them what they thought about drawing when they were younger.
Well, ever since I was young, it was always just my hobby, something I like to do for fun.
When I was younger, I drew like a full person, and my mom didn't believe me, but I've always just liked drawing. And
Elementary kids, everything they do is awesome. They love their own drawings, and they love to make art.
Being able to draw is only the first step. We asked Mrs. Richopa why she thinks students often have troubles diversifying their drawing talent.
I find quite often students will like a particular genre of drawing or a particular tool, and it's uncomfortable to try other things, but they have to. So it's that exploring things that you're not comfortable with initially, getting a little messy, and just thinking differently about solving a problem creatively.
I mainly like to sketch, and I mainly like to do like portraits. I don't do much landscape, or like I don't really go outside the box, which I should be doing, because I want to. I look at other pictures online of like portraits, and I'm like, wow, and I just want to be able to draw like that someday. So that's what I mainly do: sketches of portraits.
This art class is not only for the talented, so why not give it a try next year? For MCTV News, this has been Robert McIntyre reporting.
Lots of brilliant minds have passed through that room over the years.
Yeah, and you can take a look at some of their art in the glass case or on the walls near the art room. While we're on it, Tony, any idea of what Mother Nature has planned for her canvas?
So far, still a white blank canvas, but things are lighting up. Things are getting warmer, as you can see up in Whitehorse and Yellowknife. We got -1 in Whitehorse with some sun and clouds. Got Yellowknife -15 with some sun and clouds. Vancouver, we got some showers. It's +8, looking good over there. In Regina and Winnipeg, we have -6 and -3 respectively with some sun and clouds. Things are looking good. Toronto, we have a big storm coming up from the States to Toronto. About 15 to 20 inches of snow. It's moving up to South Quebec, right over here. So if you're in the Toronto, Montreal area, stay inside. If you check over here on the eastern side of Canada, we got Halifax sunny, St. John's some snow going on, and -3 in St. John's and +2 in Halifax. Things are looking good. Now if we check out Alberta, we got high level with -5, some flurries. It's partly sunny. Most of the western side of the province is partly sunny with some flurries. In Edmonton and Red Deer, it's 0 degrees. Calgary and Medicine Hat, we got 4 degrees. In Calgary and Medicine Hat, it's sunny with some clouds, looking nice down there. Pretty warm. And Jasper as well is 4, so if you're going to go snowboarding or skiing this today, it looks pretty good. Now let's check out the current conditions. We got outside right now, it's 4 degrees Celsius with some relative humidity, and the wind is at about 15 kilometers an hour. If we check out the rest of the week, for the rest of the week, we have Wednesday. Today, it's -10 degrees with a high of +2. Sunny with some clouds. Tomorrow, it's a high of +1 with some flurries. For the rest of the week, it's pretty warm out. We got Monday with some -6 and Tuesday -4, so it's getting worse down there. Otherwise, things are looking pretty sunny, pretty good. Now, Tim, back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Tony. When we were little, we played for hours. Sometimes what brought us joy also brought holes in our jeans and rips in our shirts. We would bring them to Mom to patch up, but now, seeing as we're much older, it's time to start patching our own pants. In Mrs. Appel's grade 9's fashion class, students go above and beyond patches by ordering and making their own clothes, and even some very affordable mittens. We sent reporter Anthony Nault and cameraman Matt Urquhart to investigate.
Miss Appel, with over 18 years of experience, teaches her grade 9 fashions class how to use a sewing machine.
They've just learned the equipment, and so they're practicing with their accuracy. So really they're sewing now just without thread, practicing on lines to get accurate at moving and to practice how the machine is set up, setting the dials, and the coordination of the sewing, because a lot of these students that are in here have only hand sewn. So now they're sewing with a machine.
Our projects are coming in. I'm making mittens. Mittens cost me $7. $7 mittens. I think I'll do pretty good. It was one of the easier ones.
$7 mittens are pretty cool and a great deal, but there are numerous other projects for students.
projects will arrive. We order their projects through a company because Mornville doesn't have a fabric store. So they will arrive at the school and they'll go on to learn how to do a pattern layout, how to read the directions, and go through from the start to the finish sewing a project that they can wear.
Well, right now we're learning how to sew, and then we ordered our projects the other day, and we got I ordered PJ pants too.
The projects have improved in grade 6. They were easy and simple, and then they slowly got harder, and we started with hand sewing, and now we do the machine work with sewing.
This has been Anthony Nault at the Home Economics Studio in MCHS.
$7 mittens, y'all.
That's what you get for dating a Texan.
She's converting me.
Rather obvious, ain't it?
Well, the weather's nice down there, but what about up here?
Well, right up here, it's pretty good. It's warming up over the week. At the end of the week, it's going to get a little bit colder, but for now, it's pretty warm, and snow's melting. Things are good.
Sounds all right. I guess I can live with that.
Yeah. What's on the next program?
Well, be sure to join presenters Beau Weatherby and Genevieve Ranson-Retouche as they take a look at the cosmetology class and look back at some of the highlights of the pep rally and basketball game.
Sounds like a good time.
Always is. Anyways, thanks for joining us.
For all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Tony Nault.
And I'm Tim Evans. Have a good one, and adios till next week.
Goodbye.